Hello everyone, today in this video we will fight against the utmost character of our world around us, and this time we will talk about the most valuable resource for any state, for any community. Surprisingly, it's not diamond. Surprisingly, it's not gold. It's not even platinum. It's not any other rare metal. No. It's not oil. The most valuable and most precious resource are we humans. Human is the most valuable resource for any state, for any community. That is why, taking into account the demographic trends of recent decades, not only in Western Europe, as most people would think, Germany, Austria, Italy, the demographic condition of these states is bad, because for the last 4-5 decades it was and it is still true. For the consecutive decades their demographic situation actually doesn't improve, it's bad. But this problem is not only their own monopoly. Nowadays, now we see that even China is declining in absolute numbers. I envisioned this problem 20 years ago. The same happens with North Korea, Taiwan, Japan, even Thailand, where a nation is lively and really enjoy male-female intercourses. People enjoy it there very much, but due to the recent social crisis, the crisis of power and economical crisis, and also march of the electronics and addiction of many young people to electronics and such media like YouTube, TikTok and so on, we see that even Thai demography is in a very bad shape, and the same situation we can observe even for Caribbean nation like the nation of Bahamas. That it's surprising, because blacks are people who are very lively and also enjoy very much male-female intercourses, but we see that these bad trends of current civilization affect badly also them. And majority of states, about 75-80% of communities now, have demography that is characterized with the parameters below replacement level, so it speaks on its own. We are not in danger of overpopulation, but we are in danger of population collapse. And some countries that already observe this situation for a while, I mean the representatives of some part of elites of these countries that see where the leftist propaganda and promotion of electronic media lead to, they started introducing new immigration policies and criteria and also action that have a goal, and this goal is to attract as much as possible the young people who are willing to work and who have some skills, some education, and who will be willing to have kids in the new country, because the human resource is the most valuable, as we know, but especially nowadays is becoming sparser and sparser. That's why a new field of the competition between states and corporations will not be so much on resources like rare metals or oil. It will go with its own pace, but new fierceful competition is emerging now and will emerge even more in the future for human resources between powers of this world, because now we see that the most developed places suffer really from having not enough young people. And if we have not enough young people, parents pamper them because prosperity allows for it, and then they are spoiled and they are not willing to work hard enough to sustain the civilization and the society. So we see that our current global elites in different regions of the world, many of them fall into their own pitfall, because they were willing to increase the consumption of not necessary goods and products of different type. So they were attacking family. They were willing to have more efficient workers dedicated not to family but to the company. But now we see that it fires back. Soon, if it continues, we will have no workers at all. That's why new battlefield between states and corporation is now slowly being opened. This is a battlefield for human resources, but not useless human resources like many people from, with all respect, some underdeveloped countries or countries where there is huge welfare state. Here I am not telling only about Western European countries, because from these countries still some people are well educated, but I'm referring to rich so-called third world countries that have their prosperity thanks to resources. So their young people are not educated and they are very often spoiled by the welfare state. That's why for these people, despite the fact they are still relatively numerous, especially from these rich third world countries, no one will fight because they do not fulfill the criteria that they are expected to fulfill. But struggle will go on, and it's now slowly starting for people who have proper education, proper skills, and are willing to work, but they are less and less numerous, and later they are willing to have children and raise them well in new countries. We see new battlefield between state powers and corporate powers being open. It will be very interesting to watch this fight for human resources. This is how I see our nearest decades, nearest future. All the best, have a nice day, bye.